Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to do a little experiment and try a new technique. I was over the weekend watching on Sky Art the Portrait Artist of the Year, I believe it's called. It's basically a competition of portrait artists, and I noticed how many of these artists are using the grid technique to recreate and achieve the likeness of their subjects. So basically, you take a picture or a reference photo, you put a grid on the photo, so little squares, and then you trace those squares on your piece of paper or canvas, and you use the reference of the squares to trace your image. It's quite complicated to explain, but it's very simple on the paper. I always shied from this technique, although I kind of knew about it before, because I thought it was some sort of cheating. I was like tracing on carbon paper or something like that. But I was thinking that it takes me such a long time to achieve the likeness of my portraits that is probably worth it to try. If you've seen my previous video on how to paint a portrait, I describe my technique as carving out the shapes from the paper. So it's a very slow process of comparing little particulars, little details from the reference that I have to what I've drawn, and it takes me ages to get a decent portrait. So I wanted to try this technique, and if it works, well done, I'm gonna use it again. So it's complicated again, but I'm gonna show you now how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna choose a picture of probably myself or something like that on my phone, and using Procreate I'm gonna add the grid. So let's come down here and let's get started. So the way I'm approaching this is very simple. I'm just going to trace on a plain piece of paper my grid. And the same grid on a scale, of course, is gonna be on my photo reference. I decided to go for 1, 2, 3, so basically 1 centimeter on my photo reference will be 3 centimeters here. You don't really need all these maths at all. It's just a matter of creating the same amount of squares that you have on your reference picture, and everything should work. When it comes to painting, for the purpose of this video, and then also because it's the very first time that I tried this technique, I decided to leave the grid on the paper showing very boldly. Probably you would need to erase it, or if you paint with oils or acrylics, the lines will disappear eventually. But I kind of found that the grid was helping me as well to lay down the colors. I really followed what was on my reference picture as well for the colors. So yeah, I mean, I can't fault this method, and now that I think of it, all the time that I spent not trying this method and actually being really critical about artists that were painting with this method, I find myself really silly. So yeah. I definitely feel like I'm gonna use this method of painting portrait over and over now, forever and ever, and it's my new most favorite thing to do. And if you have tried this before, just let me know what suggestion you have for me to get better. And if you like this video, as per usual, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. This will massively help my teeny tiny channel to have some visibility. We are almost 550, which is great for me considering that I started this channel almost as a joke, and I'm really happy and humbled about all these 550 people that decided to take part to my little art journey. And yeah, I'm really happy about it. So I do really appreciate all your support, and it means really a lot to me. Also, you can find all my art on my website, irishfarmart.com, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. And I'll see you very soon with another painting. Slán!